You work hard, you save money, you avoid debt, you do everything you're supposed to do. So why are you still broke? The truth is, it's not just you, it's the system. And the rules you were taught, they're outdated. In this video, we're going to break down the real reasons why most people feel financially stuck, even when they follow all the advice. This isn't a get-rich-quick guide, it's a wake-up call. Most of us grow up hearing the same message. Work hard and you'll be successful. And for a long time, that was true. Sort of. But in today's economy, hard work alone doesn't guarantee wealth. In fact, many of the hardest working people, nurses, teachers, delivery drivers, struggle to make ends meet. Why? Because wages haven't kept up with the cost of living. Since the 1970s, productivity has gone up, but wages have barely moved. Meanwhile, asset prices like real estate and stocks have skyrocketed. That means if you're not investing, you're falling behind, even if you're saving. The system rewards ownership, not just effort, and most people were never taught that. Just save your money. That advice used to make sense back when interest rates were 6 to 8% and inflation was low. But today, a basic savings account gives you 1% interest while inflation eats away at 3 to 5% of your money every year. Translation? You're losing money by saving it. It's not that saving is bad, it's necessary, but how and where you save matters. Putting all your money in a savings account feels safe, but it's quietly eroding your wealth. Meanwhile, people who understand the game, who invest, own assets, and use leverage wisely, are growing their money while you're just trying to hold on to yours. Ask yourself this: how much did school really teach you about money? You probably learned how to calculate compound interest, but not how to use it. You learned how to write a check, but not how to build credit, avoid lifestyle creep, or understand taxes. The truth is, most schools don't teach practical financial skills, and that's not an accident. The system is built to produce workers, not investors, employees, not owners, consumers, not creators. Without real financial education, most people are left to figure it out through trial and error. And by the time they realize how much they don't know, they're already deep in debt, locked into payments, and afraid to take risks. Even if you're careful with money, just living costs more than ever. Housing, healthcare, education, groceries. Prices rise, but paychecks stay the same. So, what do people do? They rely on credit. They make minimum payments. They delay retirement. And slowly, they fall behind. Not from bad decisions, but from a system that demands more than it gives. And worst of all, because you're doing everything right, you blame yourself. You think you're bad with money, when really, the rules were never made to help you win. So, what can you actually do? First, stop blaming yourself. You're not broke because you're lazy or bad with money. You're broke because the system was built to reward things you were never taught, like ownership, leverage, and financial literacy. Here's the shift. Start thinking like an owner, not just an earner. That doesn't mean quitting your job or becoming a millionaire overnight. It means learning how money really works, even if you're starting small. It means understanding how inflation eats your savings, learning what assets are, and how to get them over time. Questioning the advice you grew up with. Taking small, smart steps toward control, not just survival. You don't need to hustle harder. You need to see what's been invisible until now. Because once you do, every choice becomes more intentional and less reactive. And that's the first step out of the trap. The Honest Dollar is here to explain the system, not sell you shortcuts. Because when you understand the game, you stop playing by someone else's rules. If this made you think differently about money, subscribe. Because awareness is wealth.